All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, Elsbury Millstone. Sausage Brothers doing things here in the Short Term Charity. Salaki, man, this is just so low level. So I just uploaded this video and premiered it. I actually just did it today. You see up top here. All right. It was a response to this video on screen, some nutcase. And immediately, there's fallout. That was in a Chicago camp. I believe it's the same dude. The name is the same, similar. I want to keep track with these dudes.
Hey, Shalom.
Yeah,
All
that's him.
praises to Yahweh Bash.
I can tell by the voice. So yeah, this motherfucker that was in the camp, man, that in Chicago, he's no longer here. He's bugged out. A tweaker. Let's check it out. So in the video, I mentioned the lowest hell description in Deuteronomy, which we're going to grab and actually touch on and break down. And what's funny is we're not even going to break it down. It explains itself. And I explained that we're in the lowest hell right now. His response is, if this is the lowest hell, how would they dig into hell? LOL. And then he puts Amos 9:2 in the KJV and NIV. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. This KJV. Though they climb up to heaven, then shall I bring them down. So you saying that they're digging to hell, like the actual place where Christian mythology and Greek mythology says there's a fire where spirits go? This is called reading comprehension, man. Context. Context. So are they actually climbing up to the heaven, the spiritual realm where the Lord is at? If you're saying they're digging to go to the actual, what you call the hell place where fire is and the devil, are you saying they're climbing up to heaven where the Lord is? That's not what that's saying, bro. For one, the word hell, the word hell, Sheol or Sheol, it means pit or grave, simply the ground. So they're simply digging into the ground. Just like when it says they climb to heaven, they're simply like going to outer space. And really they just in Earth's atmosphere, outer atmospheres. All right? It's that simple, man. It's not the actual spiritual realm of heaven. They're not going into the place that you like to make up and call spiritual hell, which no scripture talks about that. And also, hell means condition. And that's what it means by we're in the lowest hell. We're in the lowest condition, man. And it ends with the worst destruction ever, the missiles. NIV explains it, though they dig down to the depths below. It's talking about just digging in the ground. That's the physical part. Deuteronomy ain't talking about going literally to the lowest part of the earth. From there my hand will take them, though they climb up to the heavens above. From there will I bring them down. Looks like they're digging down towards somewhere. They are. They're digging in the earth. That's a literal thing. Like they're trying to hide themselves in the earth. Or even if they try to hide themselves in the space stations. All right? Up above the earth, really in the outer atmosphere. Respectfully, how does what you said about this, the lowest hell, make what? Respectfully, how does what you said about this, the lowest hell, make sense? Respectfully, you can't get it because you're spiritually discerned, man. You're not of the elect. It's Proverbs 8 and 9 and 8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They're all plain to him that understand it, and right to them that find knowledge. You can't understand the plainness of it because you're spiritually discerned. Yes, they are physically digging right there because it's talking about if they were to hide from the Lord's judgment. If they dug into the earth, the Lord will grab them. They went into the heaven, the Lord, they will get gotten. Plain and simple. Okay? Plain and simple. However, hell also means condition. This is Jonah. Let me do it this way so we can get straight to it. For hell to be this big deal like y'all want to make it, it's only in the Bible 54 times. Let's see how many times heaven is in the Bible. Look at that. Big difference, man. The wages of sin is death, not hell. It don't say the wages of sin is going to this fiery pit underground forever. So this is Jonah. It's the second chapter. Hey, this is a cut too on that hell doctrine. This is back at 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Which talking about Esau, neither keepeth their home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto all people. So what's the precept to this hell, never being satisfied? Hebrew word sha'al, or it comes from sha'al, which means grave, hell pit. The Old Testament designation for the abode of the dead. Where does the dead go? Well, we know Ecclesiastes, their spirits go to the Most High. But their bodies go where? Into the ground, man. The grave. That's all it means. Look, Hades, or the world of the dead. This is Greek mythology. They added all this. This is Greek. The shit y'all teaching is Greek mythology, man. It means grave or pit. All right. And so let's grab the precept to this. Further proving this, man. The 2 words. Horse leech. 30 and 15, 27, 20. So I'm going to get both of these. This is Proverbs 27:20. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. All right? So what does that mean? Does that mean the pit where Satan is at, with his pitchfork and it's full of flames to burn your fiery spirit, fire burning fire? Crazy. All right? Or is it simply talking about the grave? Well, let's get the precept. Proverbs 30 and 15. The horse leech have 2 daughters crying, give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied. Yeah, 4 things say not, it is enough. The grave. What the word hell means, the grave. It's the same thing, man. Guess what? It's the same word. Damn, man. It's not that complicated. The grave. So that's the hell it's talking about. The grave. It's never satisfied. There's always space in the earth for another body. You know why? Because your body turns back to the earth any fucking way. And why is the destruction never satisfied? Why is there plenty of room for that? Because the way of destruction is wide, man. There's plenty of space for you. The way of righteousness is narrow and straight and for few. But the destruction is for many. There's plenty of space for you. There's plenty of space for you to get your ass destroyed. Many paths to take to get there. Only one for righteousness. Any other path leads to destruction, man. Simple, man. The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, it is enough. A fire will continue to consume as long as it's something else. Look, it ain't trying to get put out. All right? The earth that is not filled with water, hey, look, if it ain't got no water, it can always receive it. It ain't going to say it is enough. If you got a pit and it rains, it'll fill up. It'll keep filling up. And that water absorb back to the earth. And it'll keep filling up. And it'll absorb into the soil. And it'll keep filling up. It's that simple, man. But the point is, the grave is what's not being satisfied. Because it's always space for another body. That's why Habakkuk said what it said. And Proverbs 27 say what it say, man. Plain. Now let's get to Jonah. So it lets you know it's talking about the earth right there. That's why I said they would dig into hell. It's talking about digging into the ground. All right, the pit. The word pit means land. That's in the book of 2nd Esdras. All right. So back to Jonah 2 and 1. Then Jonah prayed unto Yahweh his power out of the fish's belly. Out of the fish's belly. And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto Yahweh. He heard me out of the belly of hell, cried I, and thou heardest my voice. He was in hell because of his affliction. And that brings us to Deuteronomy. First thing first, Psalms 86 and 1, a prayer of David. So this is David talking. We're going to jump down. We'll get to the point. 13. For great is thy mercy toward me, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell. So David went to the lowest hell? How did that happen? We know Acts says David is a prophet. Well, let's grab what the lowest hell is now. Let's see. And then the precept to it is going to... We don't get it. Let's just do it. Deuteronomy 32, 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. All right. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. Which, this was during the time of Acts. Paul went to the Gentiles, which was simply Israelites who didn't keep their customs, or Israelites, scattered Israelites. That's a plain way to put it. Scattered Israelites. All right. And they weren't a nation because they lost their heritage. They were called Greeks. They were called whatever. That's losing your heritage. That was being not a nation. And we also know that foolish people, what it says, my people are foolish people. And Sirach tells you that Shechem is not a nation. Talking about when, I believe, the northern kingdom cast off their customs of Israel, man. We became not a people. But Paul went to those not a people, and that was to provoke to jealousy the Jews at that time. Okay? And now we've all become a not a people, that foolish nation. The Lord is waking us up and converting us. But that's another lesson, to get more detail. Even though that was a quick synopsis, that was a great abridgment. Like, it explained it all, but if you want the actual precepts, search up those different things I said. Brother, do a less known in hell. Spirit might hit me to do it again. Deuteronomy 32, 22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn into the lowest hell. See, that lowest hell is the 13 levels of hell. Dante's Inferno looking as. But then it says what? And shall consume the earth with her increase. So it's not a literal, it's not underground. It's just the deepest affliction, man. The worst affliction. And shall consume the earth with her increase. So when it reached the height of it, when it reached the end of that hell, the earth will literally be consumed and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. It ends with nuclear destruction. I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spend my arrows upon them. It ends with nukes, right? But let's keep going. They shall be burnt with hunger. It's telling you what the heat is. It tells you what the fire is, man, in this affliction. Damn, that sounds like a scripture. It sounds like a furnace of affliction. Damn. Let's see if that such a scripture exists. Let's see. Maybe I'm just tweaking. Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Damn. So it is. That affliction is the fire of that lowest hell we just read about. Jeremiah 11:4. Which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, which Egypt represents slavery. Now this is talking about the little Egypt we came out of, which represented hardcore bondage. All right. From the iron furnace. Damn, and this is spiritual Egypt, so this is an iron furnace here in America. Saying, but this is the worst. This says, this is like none other. What's that? Daniel, I believe, the 9th chapter? We going through shit. We ain't been, like, this is the worst time ever, man. Damn. From the iron furnace saying, obey my voice and do them according to all which I command you, so shall you my people not be your power. Damn. Simple. Yeah, Daniel 9:12. He hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges, that judged us by bringing upon us great evil under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. And we know it got worse over each slavery. So from Babylon to Persia to Greece to Rome to now Rome 2.0. This is the great falling away, 2 Thessalonians. This is the worst time of it. And it ends with the worst destruction. That's Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince will stand for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time the people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So this is the worst time period, man. American slavery was the worst. Plain and simple. Okay? So back in Deuteronomy 32, America was the lowest hell. It was the worst affliction. The the deepest grave we've been into. The deepest level of affliction, man. Deuteronomy 32:24. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with bitter destruction. I will also send teeth of beasts upon them with the poison of serpents of the dust. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs. I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. That's the falling away. That's the Psalms 83rd chapter. We became nobody, not a nation. But he's describing expressly what the lowest hell is, man. Essentially, it's Deuteronomy 28 is the curses, us being scattered, being under the heathens, All right, dealing with the death, all of this, man. And that's why King David said he was in the lowest hell, because it says even thy king shall go. All right, so even King David was over here as a captive in America, man. That's the lowest hell. Point blank. Period. Shalom. Call all me. How about Shami Hawashai?